Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this video, I just want to apologize in advance. Some of the days that I was recording, I didn't realize it was on slow-mo and I could not correct it. I do all my recordings off my phone and I am not that tech savvy. I'm learning a lot of things as I go along. So if it's any hiccups throughout here, I do apologize, and hopefully it doesn't distract you from the content. So with that being said, let's get into this. I am super excited because I am finally posting my 7-day journaling challenge on Joy. And I'm excited for one, because this is the first time I've actually ever created like a challenge that I did with myself on journaling. And just thinking about the prompts and going a little bit deeper within myself on what I wanted to learn and discover was amazing. So I have to say I am very proud of myself for this, and just even addressing the things that has caused me to do this 7-day challenge. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And if you are normally watching me, then you have known that over the past month or so, I've been going through some challenges and just some hard times. And it has had an overall effect on everything, but also my joy. And joy is important to me because, for one, I want to experience joy, but that is also my word for this year. So I wanted to make sure that I am doing my due diligence with this process for this year, but then also being true to myself and evaluating those things that are holding me back and the challenges that I have and just how I process them. So that is what prompted this 7-day journaling challenge on Joy. Now, I'm not going to go into all what I wrote down for each separate day. I am going to start by just telling you all what each day was on, and I'll also put a list at the bottom just in case you want to copy or paste it, and do this challenge for yourself, which I definitely encourage you to do. So the first day I did, what is joy and do you experience it? I tried with these questions. They were motivated behind how I was feeling at the time and what I wanted to learn from it, but also what I wanted to take away from it as well. And to me, those are a little bit different. So again, the first one was, what is joy? Do you experience it? The second day was, what are some things that bring you joy? The third day was, what is something that brought you joy over the last month? The fourth day was, what are 3 things that has prevented joy in your life? The fifth day was, mindfully describe a joyful experience. The sixth day was, what does an ideal day that includes joy look like for you? And the last day, 7th day, is, what are 3 ways that I can practice joy when I'm down? What are 3 ways that I can practice joy when I'm down? And I wanted to end on a high note, so to speak, because I wanted it to be encouraging. I wanted that last day to end on an encouraging note. And so I am going to read 2 of my days to you, kind of go over what I put down for 2 of my days. And I'm going to go with the 2 that I think it was most impactful for me throughout the 7 days, and that is day 4 and day 7. So day 4 is, what are 3 things that has prevented joy in my life? And one of the 3 things was anger. And anger, many times, me being angry with people or angry with things that happen prevents joy, obviously. And it makes it a lot harder for me to jump back in the space where I move past it, because I'm just blinded by that anger. The second thing was a busy life. sometimes I can get so preoccupied with things and it just puts me in like a robot type of mode, and it's impossible for me to see anything but what's in front of me and the many things that I'm trying to complete. The third thing is anxiety. Being like in a constant state of worry or just discontentment and just looking so far ahead or looking at what happened in the past and getting anxious about it and trying to prevent things that is probably not even going to come or not even there has definitely played a big part in joy, because my mind is so filled with chaos and questions and scenarios and the what ifs of things until I'm unable to just experience joy. And from these three things, after I evaluated what I wrote on it and thought on it, it had a lot to do with me staying in the here and now and in the present moment. And it just speaks to why I got the mindfulness, the 52-week mindfulness journal that I got, and how it's focusing on mindfulness. And mindfulness is also something that I'm trying to focus on this year or learn to do and continue it as a habit, is because staying in the here and now is very important, because it allows us to experience things in real time, effectively experience things, but then also experience those other emotions like joy and happiness and contentment and just all of these things that we can sometimes miss when we are clouded by anger and busy life and anxiety and depression and thinking too far ahead. So that was one day that was really impactful. And the last day was, what are 3 ways that I can practice joy when I'm down? And I thought this was pretty significant, because this is going to be how I bring myself back to joy. And one is practicing gratitude. That is always good. Thinking about the things that I'm blessed with always brings me joy. The second is do some movement. Taking care of my health definitely brings joy, because it lets me know that I'm doing the best that I can be for myself, but then also for my kids to be able to take care of them. The third and last thing is spending time with family, like helping my mom and doing different activities with my kids, even if they are just mundane things or small things that I'm trying to instill in them or get them to learn. It definitely brings me joy, because it's adding to their development and it's adding to our relationship. This 7 days was emotionally not taxing, but it was very emotional, because it allowed me to look into things that I thought that I had gotten better with or overcame, and one being anger. It allowed me to learn things that I need to hone in more on, and that's mindfulness and anxiety, and not try to push those things in the back burner or make excuses because of the responsibilities in my life, because I won't be able to reach any of my goals or be of help to anyone else if I'm not of help to my own self. So I encourage you all to pass this along, do the 7-day challenge of joy, and learn more about yourself. Please hit that subscribe button if you like my channel, if these are the types of things